So autonomous driving, achieving sustainable development goals. So what is autonomous driving? It's the ability for a car to travel without the assistance of a human. And so these vehicles use different types of sensors to understand their driving environment. And the key pieces of this technology that support autonomous driving is computer vision, sensor fusion, which is analyzing the environment, localization, which is gets you from point A to point B, path planning, which gets you from point A to point B the most efficiently, and control. And in the trucking industry, China already has over 5,000 self-driving trucks that are licensed to drive. And the China and the US are both in the developing stage of autonomous driving, specifically with trucks. And so who is using autonomous driving? It's brands such as Tesla and Volvo have already released features in cars of autonomous driving, but no civilians have full access to this full autonomous driving yet. And features such as lane assistance and automatic braking are common in cars that we see today, but not the full version. And so autonomous trucking has grown in popularity, which threatens millions of paid truck drivers across the nation and across the globe, actually. And so a potential career of autonomous driving would be a security engineer, and they'd be responsible for maintaining the safety of the software that drives the car and making sure that hackers can't break into that. And the average salary is roughly $100,000 a year. So where are they using autonomous driving? In Shanghai, China, they're constantly testing the safety of trucks. And so here they send unmanned trucks to and from warehouses and just continue developing that safety until they can be mass produced. So why are they using autonomous driving? The SWOT analysis with strengths, it's longer trips with less breaks. Truck drivers typically have to take breaks every 8 hours and minimum effort in transportation. And ultimately, you don't have to pay these truck drivers from a business standpoint. Weaknesses is skepticism on safety. Other drivers don't feel comfortable with knowing that someone is not actively driving a car beside them. And it's expensive to buy. Right now, it's more expensive to buy a car like that than it would be to buy a gas-fueled car that you drive yourself. So opportunities is driving won't be a task. People can spend that time working or communicating with friends and just have an overall enjoyable travel experience. And threats are millions of jobs would be replaced by AI or by the autonomous driving, basically AI. And there's also the risk of hackers. So when are they using autonomous driving? The mass adoption is expected between 2030 to 2040-ish, depending on just multiple things. But although this technology has grown rapidly, it's expected to really grow more in the future. And so as it becomes safer and cheaper, more people will choose to buy these type of cars. But until then, the mass adoption cannot occur. So the sustainable development goals, one is climate action. This is the biggest one. So autonomous cars are powered by electricity, which would cause human CO2 emissions to tremendously drop. And if every gas-powered car was replaced by an autonomous car, CO2 emissions would drop by over 80% worldwide, which is huge. So the second goal is improve quality of life. And using these types of cars, the elderly, people with disabilities, and children would have a much easier time getting from place to place. And this overall just helps anybody who struggles to get a license as well. And two truths and a lie. Human error is much more likely to cause a car accident than an equipment malfunction. Autonomous cars are powered by both gasoline and electricity, and many cars already have autonomous features. And they're my sources.